guys and welcome to Code Arcade. So today we'll be looking at a lead code, actually Geek for Geeks problem. Sorry, I've been solving some recently solving some lead code problems, so I misspelled Geek for Geeks as lead code. So today we'll be looking at this simple problem. This problem is actually hatched in Zoho. So in Frustrate, the company I'm contributing to, they are actually preparing for Zoho. So I took up this problem in today's video. So okay, let's take a look at the problem statement. Okay, before that, this is a very basic problem, and let's take a look at the problem statement. Given a non-null integer matrix grid of dimensions n into m, calculate the sum of its elements. So now for this question, first we have to understand what is a integer matrix grid. Okay, so a integer matrix grid is basically a matrix. Okay, a matrix is, let's say, you know Sudoku, right? A Sudoku is, we play Sudoku in a matrix. So a matrix is basically a two-dimensional array in programming. Okay, so we call it as a two-dimensional array. What is a two-dimensional array? So we have an array. What is an array? Array is a collection of elements, let's say. So now, inside array we have single elements like -8 is an element, 9 is an element, -2 is an element in this example here. So what is a two-dimensional array? Array inside an array, it's called as a two-dimensional array. Okay, so for in the array, each and every single element will also be an array. This is a two-dimensional matrix or a 2D array. Okay, so make sure you before going to this problem, make sure you understand what is a 2D array, so you can solve this problem. Okay, if you don't understand by my explanation, do ChatGPT or do search in YouTube regarding these concepts. Okay, well, this is basically a matrix slash 2D array. So here, let's consider this. So here, in the first example, the input is n, and they are given the 2D array, the matrix, aka the matrix, and the dimension of the matrix. What is the dimensions? The number of rows and number of columns. So there are n number of rows and m number of columns in our matrix. Okay, so we exactly have 1 and 2 rows, and in each and every single row we have 3 columns. That is what this n and m represents. Okay. So now that we know what is integer matrix grid, so integer matrix is basically like a matrix which has integer value in it. You have to calculate its sum. The whole matrix sum you have to calculate, and you have to return it. Okay, so that is basically today's problem. So if you understand the problem at this point, I want you to pause the video and I want you to think of a logic for this problem. Logic for any problem is basically step-by-step way of solving this problem. So now let's think of a logic and let's solve this problem. Okay, so the logic is very simple. So since it is a 2D array, first what we have to do is we have to go through each element of this bigger array. So let's take it as a big array and a small array. So here in this array, so let me actually go to excali.com and let's actually represent this 2D array as a grid for you. So here I'm going to draw a big box. This is our grid. So there are going to be 2 rows and 3 columns, correct? So I'm going to draw a column here and a column here. Okay, just excuse me for my bad drawing. I am actually drawing the touchpad. Okay, so there are actually 2 rows and 3 columns. So what are the values there? Oh my god. Okay, what are the values here? 1, 1, 0, 1, -8, 9, -2. Let's just remember that real quick. So 1, 0, 1 and -8, 9, and these are the values present in our grid. So now what we have to do is we basically have sum of these values. So what our logic basically is we are going to go to this element. We are going to go to this element. So let me just give you an overview. So basically we are just going to, what I'm going to do is, first to calculate the sum, I'm going to have a simple variable. So let's say our sum variable is going to calculate the sum. Initially I'm initializing it as 0. 1 second, I'll just, so here I'm going to have a, oh, what is this? Okay, so ignore the box. So here I'm going to have a sum variable which initially is going to be 0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to traverse through this matrix. Okay, I will see how to traverse through this matrix. So I'm basically going to traverse through this matrix and I'm going to add it to I'm just going to add it to our sum. At the last, I'm just going to return the sum. This is the basic overview of our logic. Okay. So now let's see how to traverse through a 2D matrix. So this is a 2D matrix. So this is the first row, and each and every single row is a separate array. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first go to the first row. What I mean is I'm going to go to the first array inside our array. Inside our array, I'm going to go to the first element, which is an array. I'm going to traverse that first element. I'm going to traverse that and I'm going to add it to the sum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to outer array. Again I'm going to go to this inner array. I'm going to take 1. Okay, I'm going to take 1, add it to the sum. Okay, 0 plus 1 1, and I'm going to keep on adding to the sum. After the first array is over, I'm going to go to the second array and I will do the same operation. This is the base of the logic. So people who don't understand, after you see the code, you might understand, or else you can rewind the video and watch it again. So now let's code. So I'm going to actually code in Java. Here I recommend using a statically typed language. It will be more useful. So here first the first step of the problem is the logic is, the first step you have to follow is I'm going to create a sum. So int sum equal to 0. The initial value is going to be 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to traverse through this 2D array. So I will tell you how to traverse through this 2D array. So let's say this is inside the whole array. This is array 1 and array 2. So what I'm going to do is, if I want to get this 0, okay, basically if I want to get this 0, this is the middle element 0. So here for the outer array, the first array is the zeroth element, because the first array is present in the 0th index. Remember, in the 2D array, inside an array, every single element will be an array. So the first element, the 0th element is an array. So I'm going to get the first element. So our 0 here is present in the first array. So to get the first array, let's say the whole array name is ARR. So to get the first array, what I have to do is ARR of 0. Inside ARR of 0, which is this first array, I have to get the first element, because indexing starts from 0. 0, 1, 2. So inside the 0th array, I'm going to get the first element. So if you basically put this will return you, this will be equal to 0. If I want to get this one, I have to put here, I basically have to put 2. If I want to get this minus 2, here basically I have to put 1. Okay, how to get an element from the 2D array. So the only way to do this is basically I have to have 2 loops. Okay, one to traverse over each and every single row, and another one to traverse over each and every single column. Remember, each and every single row is an array, and each and every single column is basically a column. So let's code for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my first for loop to traverse through every single row. So first I'm going to go to my declaration part. So first I'll keep it as row. Row should be 0, should start from 0, and our row should be less than what is the variable for row, which is n, should be less than n, capital N, and row, simple loop. So inside every single row we have to go to every single element. We cannot just get one element like this. We can only get one element like this. So we have to go through every single element in this 2D array and we have to add it to the sum. So to go to every single element, I have to loop through the column 2. So I'm going to have another loop inside this row loop for our column. So int column is equal to 0. It's also going to start from 0. And so now here, yes, so now column is going to start from 0 and our column should be less than our m, the appropriate variable for our column, and column plus plus. Okay, so now after going to every single element, so I have to add something to sum, correct? So I have to add, so plus equal to sum plus equal to, I have to add our, what is our array, grid of row of column. This will give you every single element. Okay, so now, so after the both of the loops are done, we will get a final result. We have to return our, final result, which is going to be in our sum. So let's see if all the test case pass. Okay guys, successfully all the test case passed. So I will thank you for watching the video. So if you don't understand anything, you can tell in the comments, or you can rewind the video and watch it. So if you like more videos like this, please comment, and I will be posting more of this Zoho problem solving. Okay, so thank you guys and bye.